up, beautiful souls? Your boy Loon is back with another subreddit video, and today we are on r/OhNoConsequences, home of people who are very oblivious to the consequences of their obvious actions. And yeah, again, I am going to reiterate, we are coming up with new content very soon. Brace with me, guys. Also, gonna start live streaming too, so stay tuned for that. I'm so excited as soon as YouTube remonetizes me, which hopefully happens by the time that this video comes out, or at least the week of this video. But yeah, let's get into this r/OhNoConsequences. One of my favorite, like, newer subreddits that we explore, you know? When you're a deadbeat dad and your ex-wife is a queen. Shaking my head. All right. Am I the a-hole? All right. Am I the a-hole for not letting my ex... Wait, for not telling my ex his passport was revoked and causing him to miss his flight? Yes, you are an a-hole. What? Why would you do that on purpose? Wait, you're for not telling my ex his passport was revoked. Well, actually, let's see the context first. My ex and I have been divorced for 2 years. We have 2 kids, 8 male, 5 female. Everything was great until our daughter was born. And then it was like a switch flipped, and he was a completely different person. I held out for as long as I could, but when he began an affair, I filed for divorce. Never mind. Okay, this is different now. He had an affair. This is very different. All right, he fought me every step, and it took over a year to finalize. See, I was thinking like she broke up with him after this incident, but let's see. So he fought me with me every step, and it took over a year to finalize. During the divorce, I was awarded primary custody. He was ordered to pay child support, which he never had done. I don't need it, but it would be nice to have it to save for the kids. Damn, what a POS. Not even giving child support. So I did sign up for enforcement. I don't badger him about it. I know to him it's a way of me trying to get... I know to him it's a way to try to get me to talk to him. I just let enforcement do their thing. Since he's so far behind, they have suspended just about everything they can. They sent notices to him about when this happens, but I'm not sure he opens them, or I'm sure he doesn't open them. I am a first-gen American, and most of my extended family lives abroad. My grandmother recently passed earlier this year, and I decided I wanted to visit my family and with my kids and see her resting place. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. X and I had some back and forth because I need permission from him to leave the country. He agreed, but made a point to tell me that he feels good now is a good time to take a vacation, and that he was planning on visiting my family's country. What? That's weird. I was already anticipating this because following us is something he does every time I take the kids on a trip. My lawyer drafted a document to be signed and notarized that I was being given permission to take our kids out of the country for the specific dates. She also included a clause that he has up to 72 hours prior to the date of arrival or to the day of travel to revoke his permission. He agreed. The day arrives for us to leave, and I get to the airport with the kids 3 hours before our flight. Things go smoothly, and I take the kids to a diner to grab some breakfast. X arrives much later, and as we're finishing up, I get a call from him. Turns out his passport was revoked due to the lack of child support payment. I mean, what did you dude, come on. What did you expect, bro? He was denied at check-in, and there was no way he could get his passport reinstated without paying his arrears in full, or arrears, whatever that word is. He said that since he can't go, he no longer gives me permission to take them. I reminded him that we were past the 72 hours for him to deny my travel request. Also, just because you can't go, you don't want your kids to see your grandmother's or their grandparents' resting place. That's effed up, or great grandparents, I guess. That's messed up, bro. You are a POS for that, bro. You should care about your kids. It's beyond just your ex-wife at that point, right? Sounds like a baby. He said that he was going to inform an officer that I was trying to kidnap his children. Okay, yeah, this guy's a POS. I completely rescind my original statement that she's not. Yeah, this guy is a complete a-hole. Turns out, wait, hold up. Where were we? I told him to do whatever he felt was necessary. Officers did not show up to the gate. Oh, did show up to the gate. The officers did? To figure out what was going on. But I had the notarized agreement with me, so they sent us on our way. He kept spamming my phone nonstop when we got on the plane, where I was able to turn it off, and get some peace for the flight. I bet you that was the best feeling, just turning on an airplane mode, not worrying about him. While we were in the air, he called my brother to complain. We met through him. We met through him, and they're still friends. And I have, that's weird. And I have now been given an earful about how cruel it was for me to continue my trip knowing he wouldn't be able to follow us. Well, brother, maybe if you paid your child support, this wouldn't be a fucking issue. And that I didn't tell him on purpose. My mother told him to stay out of it, and it's no longer my responsibility to remind him to open his mail. Hell yeah. That's a good mom right there. But some extended family agree with my brother. I don't think I'm the a-hole for continuing the trip, but I am questioning whether I'm an a-hole for not giving a heads up that he should check his passport. I didn't know it was revoked for sure, but I suspected. Am I the a-hole? See, I don't think you're an a-hole because as a grown adult, you got to check your affairs when you travel. And that's just the way it is, bro. I think, yeah, you could have gone out of your way to help him. But at the end of the day, dude hasn't even paid child support. Edit to add, because I keep seeing this and I can't keep up with the comments. He can absolutely afford child support. He is self-employed, hence no garnishment, unfortunately, but does well. Him not paying is solely a control tactic. He was not happy with the divorce. Now he does whatever he thinks will punish me for going through with it. That includes purposely withholding support. However, I make decent money, enough to pay the bills, but a little savings for the kids. I put away a little bit of savings for the kids and take them to do fun things a couple times a year. So it really doesn't affect me. He knows that money would go straight into the kid's savings account, but expects me to beg him for it. Eventually, it will catch up to him, and he'll have to pay for it some other one way or another. It's just him prolonging the inevitable and making things more difficult for himself. Also, I don't know why this isn't clear. At least one person that keeps falsely stating it over and over in the different comments. But we are not going on vacation together at all. Nothing was planned together. This was solely a trip for me and the kids. The document stated it was for me and the kids and that I would be taking fully responsibility for them. It was not and never was we are taking the kids on vacation. That was made extremely clear to him, and he understood. Yeah, it sounded like he just lashed on. So him being unable to leave the country for his vacation had absolutely no bearing for our trip, as there were two distinct travel arrangements. Yeah, he was just planning it. It's a tactic. It's a control tactic, bro. He was trying to get in on it. I can't help but to side-eye the brother that's still friends with the ex who cheated on his sister and broke his family apart and refuses to pay child support to his niece and nephew. Yeah, that is a very big shocker because, like, as a brother to a sister, bro, I mean, our situation was a little bit different, but my sister went through a divorce. It wasn't that messy, but it was kind of messy. Luckily, her baby daddy's still like a good dude and, does what he can with my niece. And so that side is completely different from this. But I'm always going to take my sister's side, bro. What? That's blood. That's kin. But I mean, I guess everyone's relationships are different with their siblings, but I don't know. I digress. Oh, what? That's awesome. A cake eater discovers that his wife has also been eating cake. What? Best of Reddit updates. So it's update 1 too. A cake eater discovers that his wife has also been eating the cake. This is a repost. I'm not the OP, blah, blah, blah. r/cake eater is a sub for cake eaters, not chocolate cake or cheesecake or any regular sort of cake, but people who want to have their cake and eat it too, who are in a happy marriage and not planning on leaving, but still have an affair just because. Oh, this whole time I thought we were talking actual cakes. I'm such a fat ass. Okay, Blank was a cake eater who had been having an affair with his affair partner for 6 years. Eventually, his affair partner's husband caught on and filed for a divorce. Worried about his wife would find out, he consulted r/adultery on how best to confess about 10 months ago. There was one post before these 3, but it was deleted before subreddit could archive it. First post, calm before the storm. Tried to post a few days ago, but could not find posts. Must be lost in cyberspace. Don't even know if this is the right form at the moment. In gist, affair partner got served divorce papers out of nowhere 2 days ago at work. Her husband knows of us and me. Oh, you're fucked. It's only a matter of time before my wife finds out. Don't know if I have days or hours before the world as I know is gone. Well, what did you expect, bro? You took a risk like that. What did you expect? Took some time off work to spend time with my wife and 2 daughters. Oh, now he feels bad, so he's going to do that. My body is in a turmoil, but strangely, my mind is clear. Your body is in a turmoil. It's almost like it feels guilt. It reminds me of the day leading up to my dad passing. Time has slowed down, and I am aware of all the things surrounding me. It's a nice feeling. What? Okay. My dad today was filed with observation of details and appreciation. My wife's smell and the clothes she wore, my daughter's laughter, the color of my kitchen tiles, the dog, the yard. Yeah, it's like he knows his life before him is about to flash because it's going to be over when she finds out. Feels blessed to have a healthy and beautiful family. But for how long? What will my daughters think of me? I look at my wife and I love with all my heart, and I see a woman who stood by me no matter what. If you really loved her and you did an affair, and it's not like a poly relationship, it's a fully monogamous relationship, and you knew that you hurt her, do you really love her then? We had our fair shares of ups and downs, like most couples, but I imagined a life without her. But I never imagined a life without her. How do I justify a 6-year affair? Is that even forgivable? I don't know what the future holds. All I know is that the storm is coming, and I am here basking in the sun until the clouds come rolling in. I plan to confess over the weekend. Even if I know the outcome, I pray she does not leave me. This was effing not worth it. Okay, yeah. Any suggestion on how to confess, how to start? What do I tell my daughters? I have already made appointments with therapists. What else can I do? Wish me luck. Edit. Thank you for all your comments and suggestions. Some of them were hard to read. I don't have time to address all the comments, but I will reply to a few to clear some things. Yesterday, I reached out to my brother for advice. He left his wife some years ago and married his affair partner. He seemed happy with her. The grass is not greener for him after all, and he is planning on leaving her, but is stuck at the moment. His advice is to not tell my wife and to minimize if confronted. He also said I should let down my affair partner gently so that she does not go nuclear on my wife and family. I am hoping for the best, but I'm preparing for the worst. In the comments, people doubt that miserable _AD really loved his wife. He did cheat on her for 6 years and all. Yeah, dude. Do you really love your wife? I am not confused. Never was. Okay, so this is one of the comments. I am not confused. Never was. I don't have a problem separating love from cuddling, blah, blah, blah. So many responses about how I don't value my affair partner. Well, since I am on a pour my heart out roll here, let me tell you about my affair partner. She is gorgeous and a smart woman who is funny and open to, this is so weird, to different experiences. She is younger than myself and my wife, fit, seductive, sexy AF, but she is not my wife and does not compare. So weird. 6 years on and off is a long time to invest. As I see it, she is an adult woman who has made decision to cheat with a married man on her husband for whatever reason. Do I care for her? Yes. 6 years is a long time. Do I love her? No. Did I say I love her? Yes, of course I did, but I lied, just as I lied to my wife. Did I use her? Yes, I did. This guy is unhinged. Of course she's effing did. We both knew we were playing with fire. Dude, this guy is the worst. The reason I strayed has nothing to do with my wife. We had really good cuddling life in general, but I do have some kinks that she is not into at all. My affair partner was into the same, stuff. That's how we met, and that's why the affair was going on for 6 years. But then you lied to her too about the love thing. This guy is just lying to everybody. What led me to start, I'm gonna blur this for the sake of minimal editing time. What led me to starting the affair was my wife being in an accident that took a toll on her body. Oh my God. So just because your wife couldn't please you all of a sudden just found someone else? Cuddling was off the table for over a year. I gave into temptation, and when I discovered the affair partner shared the same stuff I was into, I was hooked. So all of you people saying my wife was withholding, no, my wife and I were very intimate. Having cuddles with my wife is making love. Cuddling with an affair partner was just cuddles. My wife meets 90% of all my needs. My affair partner meets 10%. That's still like this kind of gross, bro. Like what? Okay, I think I can unblur now. He gets conflicted advice on whether or not to tell his wife. Most commenters tell him to come clean, but a few don't, including his brother in real life. All right, so first update. Never saw this coming. This is juicy. Throwaway. Posted once before. Check it for background. Think this is the sub I should be on. I was prepared for all the scenarios, but not this one. The doom day did not come in the shape I was expecting. Affair partner ended up convincing her STBEX not to spill the beans to my wife I'm guessing her ex-husband? I don't know. In exchange for a smooth divorce. I thought I was in the clear. Yesterday, the affair partner sent me a blurry photo of my wife in a car with another person, another man. She claimed they walked hand in hand to his car from a store in a nearby town to ours. Oh my God, dude, this is juicy. She got a shot of the plates too. After some digging, I now know that she is having an affair. Bro, this is a freaking Netflix story waiting to happen. Like a TV show. This is like the show You. Don't know how long for sure, but at least 6 months. He is a single dad our age and is telling her to leave the marriage. She is telling him she loves him. How do you know all this? Afraid to confront her, feeling numb at the moment, took a day off work. Any advice? I love her and want to stay married. Dude, now you're... Oh, no consequences for real, bro. You're literally going to... feeling what she would feel. Any advice on how to proceed? Should I just let it run its course and monitor? Should I confront and hope for the best? Should I confess to my affair and hope we all come clean and make way to a new marriage? I am so effing utterly confused. I have rehearsed the things I would say, and if blah, 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 blah. So the narrator of the story goes, he manages to get a hold of his wife's phone and while she was in a sauna and confirms the affair over WhatsApp. Wow, so he even dug into her phone. Logically, yes, we are both getting our itches scratched. What's the big deal? I am not ruled by logic at this moment. Maybe later, but my emotions are overpowering every logic. Never in my life have I experienced this type of emotional and physical distress. Yeah, it's almost like you didn't do the same thing. I can't even get things straight. Never thought I was gonna bawl my eyes out and throw up on the carpet. I'm desperate to talk this out, to know what happened and how invested she is in this POS. If she is doing this out of revenge, maybe I have a chance, because if she does feel something for me, at least I can't imagine her being emotionless, throwing away 20 years. I know this woman like I know myself. Deep down, she's hurt, but she's also very stubborn and proud. Do you know her though? I just want to know if she knows about my affair. Why the hell did she not confront me? I would have chosen her over the affair partner, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, this is crazy. I'm going to skip some of this and go to the second update because there was some stuff I'd have to blur. My marriage seems to be over now. Oh, wow. Okay. Confronted my wife this past week. So he did confront her, sat her down without warning and told her I knew that she was having an affair with, and with whom. Asked her if she loved him and what her plan was. She was caught off guard, went to the bathroom for 10 minutes. When she came out and she looked me straight in the eyes and said, I know about your affair too. Oh, this is crazy, bro. What the hell? This doesn't even sound real, bro. I have known for some time. I love him and want a divorce. Wow. Next day, we're a blur. I tried to talk to her, but she shuts me down. She has moved into, well, you know, when a girl does that, they've moved on so much more than even a guy has. That's my opinion and just from my experience in what I've seen. She has moved into a spare bedroom and is making appointments with law firms. Has told our 2 girls, I have signed up for emergency therapy, am on meds for dealing with anxiety and lack of sleep. This is surreal. Heard her talk. Well, what did he expect? For real. Like, come on, dude. Heard her talk to him last night and cut the internet cord. Would cutting the internet cord affect a phone call? Kind of crazy because I need effing internet for work and she just switched to her phone. What a dumbass. Oh, that's so funny. Man, so many emotions are running through me. I made, cuddles to her last week. and today she is a total stranger. Wow, it's almost like she just didn't do the same thing with you. How does this happen? How can she not feel any effing emotion over 20 years? Gone. All the love, friendship, partnership, intimacy, jokes, memories, plan for our future, gone. Just like that. No looking back. Yeah, it sounds like they need to either find someone that would be open with stuff like this or just don't be with anyone at all. Because feels so blindsided, and the only person I can talk to is my brother who lives across the country. Sorry to vent here to you fine people on here. Just need to get this all out. He gets his ass handed to him in the comments, more or less, but I wanted to call this. Wow, that's crazy. What a situation. Trigger warning, there are actually no cakes in this post. Dude, this is for real, bro. I actually thought this was gonna be about cakes. Man, that was crazy though. What a actual novel we just read, bro. What? All right, we're gonna read one more before we close it up because that was a long one. Ooh, what is this one? Absent father demands OOP check on his pregnant girlfriend while she is in the hospital and he is out of town. What? Okay, am I the a-hole for not checking on my dad's pregnant girlfriend when she was in the hospital while he was out of town? Interesting. My dad and I, 17 male, don't have the greatest relationship, and we never really had. It was one of the reasons my parents divorced, and he was always very emotionally distanced with me. Things hasn't really changed. He started dating Mona 2 years ago, and they're expecting a baby together. Her pregnancy was really complicated, so she was hospitalized several weeks ago, and she hasn't come out of the hospital since. I don't know any other details other than that. My dad had to work out of town for 2 weeks last month, which isn't unusual for him. He's done it almost his whole life. He wanted me to check on Mona and visit her while he was gone. I told him up front I was going to do that, but he told me that it was important and I should check on the baby at least. But I didn't want to check on Mona or the baby, so I didn't check on her. After 2 days, my dad called me yelling at me and hung up on me. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're a bad dad, what do you think? He ended up cutting his work trip short because Mona went into premature labor. Dad expected me to be with her until he got there, but I refused. He got there and they stopped it, but then my dad turned his attention to me. The last 3 or 4 weeks are the most he's ever contacted me, ever. And it's all to berate me for not checking in on her and going to her when he asked me to. He asked me what kind of son I was, and I told him I'm a good son to the mom who was a real parent to me, and a disinterested son to the disinterested dad in my life. Oh, mic drop. Dude, what? Yeah, for real. Like, if you're not a good father to your son, do you think he'd be a good son to you? Like, be real right now. Like, look at yourself in the mirror and actually ask yourself that. Like, that's just common sense. Oh, no consequences for real, dude. I think Mona had the baby since because she went into labor again. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I think so. And he's still trying to scream at me for not visiting. Am I the a-hole? Fuck no. Classic uncaring parent. You only exist when you're useful to me. 1 decade and no one ever visits the next. Yeah. Dude, that is really, like people who have like the main character syndromes who think that everyone is just there to be used, like that just so shitty. Even your son, like that's just proof that there are just some terrible parents out there that should not be parents, like this guy's dad. I feel bad for OOP. Yeah, I hope you guys had great parents growing up, and even if not, I hope you guys become great parents or whatever, Maybe you don't want to be a parent because of it, and that's totally fine. Yeah, that was crazy. What the hell do we even read today, man? I love this stuff. This is crazy. Yeah, we're gonna read like 1 or 2 more on the Patreon. So I'll see you there. If you are a member, if you aren't, no problem at all. Make sure you hit the sub and notification bell if you aren't already. Love you guys so much. Stay tuned for all the content to come, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.